Welcome to the interactive body balance radio show for health and fitness tips.
All right, welcome back to Interactive Body Balance Radio. I'm your host, Mike Dasiak, and thank you guys so much for joining our show today from around the world, where we talk health, fitness, nutrition, and personal development. Hope you're all doing well in the new year, 2021, and doing lots of great things and writing down your goals if you haven't already and fulfilling them and making plans to make them happen, right? This is what we do. We always want to see you guys succeed, become the best version of yourself, become what you were intended to become, and just get better every day. The reason for this show, I know we've talked about the gut and the brain a lot over the years, but I get this question a lot, right? Gut health, how do I heal my gut? How do I, improve it? I've got all kinds of patients with different types of, gut issues, IBS, IBD, Crohn's, even the cliche term leaky gut, right? So they just, they're not, it doesn't sit well. They go to the washroom a lot, diarrhea, constipation, pain, right? And I wanted to kind of do a show on probiotics and prebiotics, right? Because this question does come up a lot. I get this question from people on how do they nurture their gut? How do they, it's called fertilize your gut. How do you harvest, have a nice, garden, I guess is the term. That's Dr. Hyman's term, right? A garden. How do you nourish your garden, right? So, probiotics and prebiotics, two different things. One letter's changed, one vowel is changed, yet they are two different things. Probiotics, let's just start with what they are, right? And where you can get them and what they do. So probiotics, folks, there are trillions of microbes that live in your body, and it makes up your microbiome more than your cells, right? There's more microbes in your body, in your stomach, your gut, that make up your microbiome. Thousands of different species, that go all over, right? They have so many life-supporting benefits. They produce important vitamins, enzymes supporting the digestion, metabolism, moods, immune system. I mean, your gut is really important. Every call I have with a client, it's always about gut and how it affects the brain and neurological issues. There's no doubt. It's a unique mixture that goes on in the gut, right? There's many different types of strains of bacteria in there, for example. A healthy microbiome should always consist roughly 85% beneficial bacteria and roughly 15% or less of, the bacteria and the microbes that aren't good, okay? Everyone here is good, bad bacteria. Just think of that ratio. You get the point. Many people in today's society, due to lifestyle, antibiotics, poor choices in food, pesticides, antibacterial issues with cleaners, toxins, you guys get it, contaminants, their gut microbiome is out of balance. So they have way more of the less beneficial bacteria and they don't have enough of the good, right? In the sense of where you get the different probiotics, I'll go through the strains, right? And you look at different strains. There's lactobacillus, there's bifidobacterium. I'll go into more, so I don't want to give too many away right now, but those are the two main ones, especially in phase 1 or step 1 that I typically do for people. So if you look for probiotics with that. Foods, I always go foods first. You guys know me, right? Foods, yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, tempeh, kimchi, miso, kombucha, lots of those different foods will have different strains of probiotics that you can get. And they're good. Fermented foods, right? We've talked about this. There's some even drinks on the market that are pretty good, but those are good strains of probiotics for food that will give you some healthy options, right? I guess before I get into probiotics and how we administer them, or how I recommend them to people, there's different, as I said, phases or steps. Step 1, when you're administering them, I would typically go with, start them off with lactobacillus or bifidobacterium. The two most popular, as I said, they can create the most benefit. They're very helpful, very helpful for people. Step 2, Saccharomyces boulardii. So you can do that, and they're very powerful, especially Saccharomyces boulardii. I've used it before. You can always consult your medical doctor. This is not medical advice. Please understand that. But I've used Sac boulardii before for C. difficile, high dose Sac boulardii. It's been helpful. Again, in my own situation, and in the practice, I should say. Always consult your doctor. before you try anything, but that's been good. Step 3, if you're getting probiotics, you can try this with people too. So the spore-forming ones, soil-based, the different bacillus strains are good. And of course, step 4, you can get some antimicrobial stuff, allicin, berberine, oregano. Very, very helpful, right, folks, in administering, the probiotics in different phases. Now, I know that's a lot. It's a mouthful. And now, what are prebiotics, right? So prebiotics. I always said this analogy. I give this analogy, right? So think about like probiotics like the grass, and prebiotics are the fertilizer for the grass. So the microbes in your body rely on the prebiotic and the prebiotics to help them keep them strong. Prebiotic fiber. These soluble fibers often found in plant-based foods. They're indigestible by us. In fact, again, what makes this type of fiber excellent prebiotic is the ability to pass through the upper GI tract undigested and make its way into the colon, where the probiotics can ferment it and use it as fuel. So the probiotics feed our gut microbes, as I said, and that's crucial for our well-being because they nurture and nourish the probiotics, in which are associated with so many supportive health benefits. They are and have an indirect but extremely impactful impact on our health. How? That's what I'd ask. Give me some examples of how prebiotics can help you. Support healthy stress levels. There's many studies indicating the consumption of prebiotic powder is associated with healthier cortisol. Support nutrient absorption. Prebiotics can support magnesium and calcium absorption, maintaining bone health. Helps you with weight management. There's research out there demonstrating that prebiotic fibers can support the hormones that tell us when we're full. You guys know that. So leptin, I've talked about this, I think, on a previous show. And then immune function too, right? Many, many things it can do. As I said, bifidobacterium, lactobacillus, very helpful for immune function. Now, before I get to that, actually I'll get to it right now. Chicory root, garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, bananas, all good forms of prebiotics as well. There's many other ones, folks, but you can get the prebiotic supplement, right? So you can look for that too. Now, what was I going to say? Another one, Akkermansia. I've talked about Akkermansia before, in terms of healthy bacteria in the gut. Akkermansia is a good one. I don't believe it's readily available. It is to practitioners or people who have access to it, but Akkermansia as a supplement, I don't believe it's available to the general public yet. They're working on it, but nonetheless, just Google Akkermansia. Very helpful too, in many ways. Super helpful. Wow, that is a mouthful. I don't know how long we going here. Almost 8 minutes already. So I hope I clarified the difference between probiotics and prebiotics and the different types that can help you guys along. And I hear my kids yelling in the background. Go figure. I'm in a soundproof office, but I can still hear them a bit. Nonetheless, right? That's the difference. In overall, as I've said on previous shows, probiotics are helpful. Prebiotics are helpful. You have to take, quite a large dose of them, and there's different units you can take as well too, and how they're measured and all that great stuff. So you guys can look at that too, because again, it's helpful and it will assist you guys, but you got to do all the other things right too, right? Like you want to get a good healthy gut, do the probiotics and prebiotics definitely with the proper use of a medical practitioner who can help you, right? Who knows what they're talking about. We use different labs, right? So there's different microbiome labs we use, and there's different spore-based formulas we use. I'm actually looking at some right now because other clients are going to use it. But as I said, all the other things matter too, right? Always eat good food, supplement well where need be, meditate, work out, have a good lifestyle, sleep well, right? All this stuff is always fundamental, team. Before you can start, even really drilling down into probiotics or prebiotics to even get that gut even better. But that's why I'm here, to guide you guys along, step you through it, phase you through it, see how well you do, see how well each individual does with each strain. Got it? But they can help. There's no doubt. But all the other things matter even more so. All right. Let's jet now. So I got to go. So go to MikeDasiuk.com, MikeDaciuk.com, interactivebodybalance.com. Our email is always info@MikeDasiuk.com. Now, we get emails every day from all around the world. We're blessed to get them, so keep them coming. I'm not saying slow them down. We love them. Email us. And I say that, and people reach out, so thank you. Social media, Mike Dasiuk on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Mike Dasiuk and Interactive Body Balance. Again, just as I said, website's the place, but we're getting it revamped as we speak. January and February, it's going to get revamped. Lots of work going into it to make it more simplistic for you fine people that tune into the show and go to the website. That's about it. First book, The Transformation from Within, it's free on the website. How to Restore Your Health, our second book, you can get it for very cheap. I don't know, a few dollars, I think, if you'd like. And we have hardcover, obviously, there too, on Amazon, Kobo, Barnes & Noble. You guys get it. You know what I conclude every day? This is what I tell my kids. Folks, got to work hard. No substitute for hard work. Please understand that. You got to put in the time. You have to work hard. You know, some of my mornings start really early. Early for me now is 7. I used to get up at 5, but 7's good enough for me. And they go till 11 at night, right? So I'll work till 11 at night and with kid time. 2, you have to add your value and your skill set to the world. You have to add your value to the world, what you're good at. The world needs it. You're unique. 7 billion people. Everybody's unique. Number 3, right, help other people. So go out of your way to just help people, folks. Pull out chairs. I say this all the time. Open doors. You know, volunteer your time for organizations. Give your money where you can. So charities, donations, doesn't matter. Give $5 to somebody on the street. Whatever, right? Just help other people. Number 4, smile and have some fun. Please, especially during COVID times. I know we're in 2021, as I said, but you got to have some fun too, right? You got to go out there and make a difference. You got to make an impact. You got to have fun. You got to live life. You got to just do all the great things. Yeah, I hope it comes across because that's what I want for my great team. All right, live with passion, live with purpose, live with intent. We'll talk to you guys real soon and have a wonderful day.